So why did you choose to make Haunted House?
Um, I didn't choose; it chose me. I was sitting there watching Paranormal Activity 2 because as a black actor, you ain't working. So, and then it kind of hit me. I was like, man, this is actually 1 and 2 actually was entertaining. I was a fan, and I was just like, what if this happened to black people? And then I was like, what if it did? And then I called my producing partner, Rick Alvarez, and we just started banging. And if you over the phone, like he drove over my house, and we just came up with like 10, 20 pages of jokes just instantly. He was like, oh. And then from there, we was like, okay, so what's our story? And, so it kind of came out of necessity because, they're not making as many movies as they used to. So I wanted to venture out and start making movies. I wanted to do a Roger Corman style where, you become your own brand of movie. You get your own financing and you start making pictures. So this way I don't have to wait on Hollywood. I can supply Hollywood with projects because I write. And so I just thought it'd be fun to do the first found footage comedy.
I was curious about the name Malcolm for this film, and I was wondering, since it is kind of tied into the horror genre, was there any connection with the title character from The Sixth Sense or not, or if that was just a happy coincidence for the film?
Happy coincidence.
Those are always good.
I was just like, I don't even know how the name Malcolm came up. I think the guy's name was Malcolm in the first one, and we just it was like black version Malcolm.
Okay.
And we never changed it.
How hard is it to sit down and come up with that much comedy and that much pratfalls and just twisted ideas on different things?
It actually is hard, really hard, yet really easy. It's it's just the way my mind is just trained to think like this. I've been watching cartoons, Looney Tunes since I was like 4. I'm like, I didn't have a nanny. I didn't have no babysitter. I was poor. My mom was having me in front of Looney Tunes. And then when Looney Tunes went off, Lord knows what the hell came on. And then my brother was listening to Richard Pryor albums. And here I am, like 7 years old, sneaking under the bed with my brother Sean, while he's sneaking and listening to him in his bed. Me and my brother Sean's underneath the bed listening to Richard Pryor curse up a storm. And so it's just the way that, and then growing up in the projects that I grew up in, and instead of fighting and stabbing and killing and smoking and getting in trouble, we just did jokes. And so that was my way out. That was my basketball. That was my football. That was my, my way out of the projects was funny. And so it's just what we do for a living every day. And so it's easy. It's really hard. I won't say it's easy, but the hardest part is making it look easy. And it is actually becoming easier as you get older because your mind starts working more and it's less about your physical and your physicality.
Going back just a little bit, I see that a lot of your movies focus on racial stereotypes in a very, very clever and funny way. Why is there such a focus for you to do that in your films?
I just think that it's a part of society and it's never going away. As long as there's black people, white people, Latino people, gay people, women, men, there's so many differences to talk about that, and it's just as people, it's all based on fear. We all have fears. We all have this thing that stops us from just embracing and just going, we are one. No, we're never going to be one. People are messed up, and so humor helps you to see how ignorant we can be, and yet how, because we don't just make fun of black people, we don't just make fun of white people, we make fun of everybody. We are equal opportunity offenders, but we do it with kids' gloves. It's never meant to be offensive. It's all meant to be inclusive. One of the greatest compliments you can ever get is for you to make fun or tell jokes about a sect of people, and those people are laughing the hardest. When we did Men on Film, gay people wrote in how much they loved it. Like it was such a big thing in the community, and actually humor helps ease the tension of race and of the things that make us different. It's like if it wasn't for Cosby, I don't know if Obama could have been president. That him being that black family that through laughter it was just a family now. And that's the other thing is humor is colorless. And it's when we did White Chicks, yeah, it was two black guys playing two white girls, but really it was a gender switching movie with little hints of race. We never sit there and just go, black people are this, white people are this. You have to have a set that's all inclusive, makes everybody laugh. And you can have one or two people that don't laugh, but they're just haters, so fuck them.
Now, I know you mentioned that, you grew up watching Richard Pryor.
Yes.
And I was wondering, we all heard that you were signed on to do the film. What's the status of the film?
Like I said, they ain't making many black pictures nowadays. No, it's lying dormant right now. Hopefully, we could get it going and something out. It's the thing that brought me to stand-up. I started doing stand-up 2.5 years ago, and that was only because I was supposed to play Richard Pryor. Like, I didn't do stand-up my whole career. I did it when I first started 60 times. But then I was like, I want to write, and I was an actor. I came up performing arts high school. I was like, I want to act, I want to write, I want to produce. I don't stand up, Sean. You do that. You didn't go to performing arts high school, dude. You don't get it. And then I got the role of playing Richard Pryor, and then I caught the bug, and I've been on the road for 2.5 years, and I gotta tell you that it's making me better. It's making me smarter. It's making me more articulate. I'm much more in tune with what's funny and what's not, and what's gonna get a ooh, and what's gonna get a laugh, and if I do get a ooh, how I can bring them to a laugh, and it just helps you articulate your thoughts. You think about what you're gonna say before you say it, and then when you're able to articulate it, and in that moment find what's funny, and even though you're playing to a large crowd, that you see the faces, and you're able to, like a computer, to go. He's laughing. Okay, women aren't laughing. Okay, I gotta get the women. And so I gotta rephrase this joke because I gotta get the women. Okay, oh, look at this conservative white guy. He's not laughing. Oh, the conservative white guy, he's kind of chuckling. So, okay, so I gotta rephrase this joke because when I'm in the Republican towns, I gotta phrase my Democrat jokes like this. So it really helps you in terms of telling a joke and refining the art. And I would love to play Richard Pryor in the movie, and hopefully it will happen. And one day, if Hollywood don't make it happen, then I'm gonna go try and to raise the money and make it happen myself and really produce it, because it's an awesome script. And I had Bill Condon as director, and that would have been awesome. And it's a beautiful script, and I know I can do it, and I'm preparing for that moment. But if it never happens, then I thank God for Pryor, because he literally brought me to the stage. And I started out wanting to play a great, and now I want to be a great. I want to go down as one of the greats. So I got a lot of work to do. I'm only 2 years in. I'm gonna suck for about 10 years, and then you guys are gonna go, what the hell happened? Because I logged my 10,000 hours, and I know that there's something great in me. I just gotta take the time, be patient, and refine it. Just because I have been in the industry 20 years, that don't mean I'm gonna be a great stand-up. Even though I get standing ovations a lot of times, it don't mean I'm a great stand-up. It just means I'm a really good performer. But to work my mind and to work the words, if I get a standing ovation with them reading my stuff, then I'm getting there. And once I start talking about my pain, then I'm really getting there. So it's like peeling away the layers of an onion. And I got to get to the part that makes you cry, and then find the last. And that's when I'll be something great.
Scary movie, those movies,
Who?
this movie. There's the horror element. Did you grow up watching a lot of horror movies?
Me and my brother. Yeah, finish the question. Me and Sean my mom bought us a VCR, and I remember we was like 10 years old, and we rented everything. It was horror films and porno. Those are the two things. Like the play button was just like stuck on the remote. But horror movies, man, we used to love them. Like I used to be. Plus, they always showed titties in horror movies. It was so much fun. It was like they're showing them again. She's gonna die, but her boob's out. How great is that? And for a little boy, that's it's the greatest gift in the world. A horror movie. And they were great back then. Like Freddy Krueger scared the hell out of me. Jason Voorhees scared the hell out of me. Like Paranormal 1 scared me, because I was like, yo, I didn't know if it was real or what. Like if that really happened. Blair Witch was kind of scary. I didn't know, was it real or what? Like that's because it takes the voyeur element away, and it's just like, oh, this can really happen to me. And so I am a fan of that, and they have the same rhythm. See, horror brings the tension, and then the release is a scare. comedy, you build attention, and the release is a laugh. And so that's why horror and comedy, and they share the same audience. Black people. No, I'm sure. Black people and young males that like to see boobies. And you know, so they kind of share some of this, and teens. They want to see the things that they can't see. That's one reason why I wanted to do a rated R comedy again, because I feel like I haven't hit that high note that I like to hit. You know, I don't want to sing in B flat. I want to sing in G. I want that. I like making people a little bit uncomfortable. I like that feeling. I like because it evokes a different kind of laugh. It's like I shouldn't be laughing at this. Oh my God. Then that, no, they didn't. No, they didn't. It's like all the stuff that you're thinking, like when Malcolm's laying in the bed and you're going, no.
He's having sex with stuffed animals.
And then, no, that's before the stuffed animals. The after the stuffed animals. That too. It's just like, really? How did stuffed animals even come about? But, you know, it comes off just the theory of, you know, if I was going to videotape me and my girl have sex, here's the different positions I would do. And wow, look at this little doll sitting there, and I could do all the things that I want to do. So it's coming from somewhere. But when you go there and you're like, and it's like you see the movie Shame? At a point, the puppet sex would look like the movie Shame, but with like stuffed animals. It's like, what the hell is going on? But it's just to go there, man, and not be afraid to go there. I think we put a muzzle. We have this voice of YouTube. We have this internet generation, yet we have a society that still tries to handcuff you verbally, still tries to make you apologize for certain things. You gotta be unapologetic in comedy. And you just gotta say the things that people are too afraid to say, because that's my job. And whether that's right or wrong, at least I had the balls to say it. That's all.
Well, you were talking about not getting jobs being an African American actor. Have you considered doing the Tyler Perry route? Just do it yourself.
I did.
But I mean,
I did. I got
a
this
whole company is what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what this is.
A whole production company.
This is the first of what I plan on doing. Like I'll do Hollywood pictures if they come about, but if not, there's nothing better than having a script, and because you know it starts with a script, having a script, and then hiring the people you love to work with, and creating jobs for people, and you know teaching young kids how to do it. And I got my nephews on the set, and I'm trying to teach them, and you know to really do productions. But first, you know, it's like the 8 habits of highly successful people. It's like first, I got to be a farmer, and then I can be an agriculturalist, and then I can be an industry, and then I become a teacher, and then I become a philanthropist. You know, it's like there's steps to it. So right now, you know, I learned how to farm. Me and my brothers from scratch. You know, now it's learning how to be. This is being an agriculturalist, and now learning to be an industry is the next step. And so it takes time. It took 20 years to get that rhythm and understand. It took 20 years to understand how to make a movie, and now to understand the business of a movie and put that together. You know, that's where I'm at in this point in my career, and that's exactly what I'm doing. Like I have offers on the table right now to do a string of these micro budget comedies, and you know I'm gonna do them.
I'd like, sorry.
But it's not gonna stop me from getting that Hollywood check either, you know. But it's not just for black people. Like, you know, I don't want to. Filmmakers, period. Hollywood is making a lot less movies than they used to, and the ones that they are making, everything's a superhero. They're not gonna have any black superheroes. Penises are way too big. Really weird bulge. So,
Forget about Meteor Man all those years ago. We need to bring
that's
back,
why it bombed.
We need to bring
White
back
guys like,
Meteor
I'm not
Man.
going to see that.
I love that movie.
Black Man.
Really?
It's a great movie. I loved it.
Really?
When I was a
Black
kid,
Man
I
was
loved that
cute.
movie.
Meteor Man, I like the idea of Meteor Man and Black Man, but I think both of them went the wrong way. And
How so?
Because they didn't have the budget to do the big budget fly. They can't fly. You know, they can't do the fly stuff that Superman do. They don't have the equipment. Bruce Wayne is a billionaire. You know how cool his gadgets are? They didn't have those budgets. You know, you can't just dye people's hair blonde and go, these are bad guys. You need superpowers in movies, and it takes a budget. You need, you know, Iron Man got a $250 million budget. You can't give somebody $4 million, go, all right, man, do something super. and expect them to. They can't fly for $4 million. So I think they had to take the. Damon originally started out with Blank Man. Damon had an idea to do the superhero with no powers, and it was really, really funny. And then he got somewhere along the line, he went into do a kids movie, and he was happy doing it, and it was good and it was cute, but it's not the edge that he wanted. It's not the story that he set out to tell. And I think that even him, it was good. It turned out to be better than I thought it was going to be. I hated the marketing plan. This right here, I was like, Damon, don't do that. Nobody's going to go see that movie. Me and Sean sat him down with it. They're not going to see the movie. But I'm a fan of the movie. I know where he wanted to go because I was a kid in the room. I was a fly on the wall, and I think he just went off direction. But they're not making many. They're not making many films nowadays, and so I think filmmakers, period, we all have to do independent. And if you could write a script, go get it financed and make it happen. Don't wait on Hollywood because you're gonna be waiting a long time. They're not even making moderate budget movies anymore. Everything is $150 million or nothing.
Will you ever do any more dramatic roles?
Hollywood's not making many movies. And they damn sure ain't putting Marlon Wayans in dramas. No, I would. Me and Omar Epps is actually working on a thriller right now that we want to do together. I went to high school with him.
What's this one called?
I have no idea.
Oh, no title yet. Okay.
But it's a script that we're really interested in. We're circling,
Okay.
and something that we want to do, and but I would love to play Richard Pryor but they're not making that many movies, and if they do, if I get offered a great drama or if they have me read for a great drama, I'll read. I don't care. I read for Requiem 5 times.
Well, I think everybody thought you did a great job with what you did in that movie too. That was kind of unexpected, and you got pretty good praise for that, from what I remember. And
What, Requiem?
yeah, I thought your performance.
Oh,
was
praise!
good.
I thought you said price. I was
Praise,
like, I paid
praise.
to do Requiem. Oh yeah, they liked it. What's funny is drama is something I do. I'm theatrically trained. I did Shakespeare.
Right.
I could do it all. Comedy is just a whole lot harder, and it's what I do. It's my brand. It's what I create. It's what I write. So I don't have to sit around waiting on Hollywood. I can bring things to Hollywood. And I think my brother always said, you can't be a black actor in this industry and expect to work. You have to be a force of nature. The writer, the producer, and the director services that actor. So if you want to act, then you got to do all these different things in order to act. So that's why I do all these different things. And if it comes up, I'll do another drama. I love drama, but it has to be with a great director. How many times you get to work with Darren Aronofsky?
Right.
I would love to have been the little black guy that he hired from Save the Last Dance. And what's the movie that he did that didn't do so well? Darren's movie, the second one, the third one, The Fountain. I would love to have been the little black doctor, sure, but he went a different way.
Well, with this
Okay,
Richard.
Daddy, we're gonna have to wrap it.
Okay.
Can we get some pictures real quick?
Yeah, real quick, yeah.
Go, you can ask me while
Okay.
I'm taking pictures. Go.
I just had another question, just about this Richard Pryor film. I heard that there was some involvement with Chris Rock and Adam Sandler. Is that just a rumor?
It was, but I don't know. They never pulled the plug on it. Adam was
Okay.
there's supposed to be a put picture of Adams, but I think they went a different way with their put pictures. So
Okay.
it didn't happen. But if it does, like I said, I want to raise the money and make it happen. So hopefully this will do well,
Okay.
and then I can make it happen.
All right.